in there as well. We already saw what Cuz was capable of with this exact combo, the Gragas and the Yasuo in this World's Gauntlet. But throw an Alistar in there as well. I mean, Showmaker can take whichever option he wants when it comes to act.
The dilemma with all of this, though, is remember, Damwon aren't the one.
Nuggery's here.
Oh, man.
And that's Cuz just getting out of there. Rascal has to flash. Does have the World Ender. Nuggery in trouble. He's at least got the Executioner's calling, but finally picks up the kill. Not enough.
It's a good trade for Damwon because they scale better into the game. It slows down the tempo. And now, down in bottom.
Big fight. Beryl doesn't have it anymore. Has to flash to get out of the way. Another Winter's Fight is going to land. Flash forward from Deft. He wants to find it. No mana left, but he doesn't need it. First kill comes in. Relentless pursuit. The stun's there. Huge. Pulverized, but the piercing light is going to get the double for the Lucian.
And they have a little bit more gold right now. But
Ultimate comes down, the calling. Nuclear eats most of it, but Canyon is booking it with the Predator into this bottom lane. Tucson trying to stop him there after Def. They want to find a Killer Instinct. He's going to come in, but look at the low health bars from Damwon. Cuz going to be turning up. Neon is getting in here as well, but Showmaker's down towards the bottom side. A huge last breath as Canyon's going to survive, and Damwon have done the impossible. They found the fight that they're looking for. 4-3 now.
7.5 right now in terms of level. Canyon is already into level 8. Gonna get the Scuttle Crab.
World Ender coming on in here as Nuggery in trouble, but does make it to his turret. Damwon is making his way up very quickly with the Predator as Rascal's ultimate runs out. Cuz is looking to try and stop this from being a problem, but Canyon just boops.
Seems impossible.
Well, Def is going to have inside trackers. Beryl comes on in here once again. Void Seeker comes through, and Killer Instinct is down from Nuclear. The Jarvan's dead. Tucson's also falling, and Def flashes to try and get one kill traded. Those were the teleports that we were talking about, but Nuggery's looks way more powerful as there are two chains, but they don't.
Due to the dynamic of their team composition, they can start Baron. I mean,
they are. As the flash pulverized, Def tries to get the hell out of there, does so, but it is after sacrificing the jungle and the support. The culling's there, but it's doing no damage. Rascal's gonna burn to death. Nuggery flashes forward. All too easy. And you gotta be careful how quickly you speak, LS, because now it looks like Damwon are gonna win.
They were waiting for their time to conquer the LoL state. They jam down the flag. The flag is the Damwon game.
Are they gonna end?
They're gonna try.
They're looking for it. We'll see whether the minion wave can be adjusted there by Neon. He needs to kill it to bring that backdoor bonus. You can see him diving forward. Yeah, Headbutt is actually going to interrupt this as Neon's trying to bring back these minions. He may have just saved the game for a little while longer for King's Own Dragon X.
That was actually well played by Most. I can headbutt him off the minion wave just to allow it to keep pushing.
He's still alive.
Aggro's onto it, and him staying alive will extend the game.
The barrel does come in, but you gotta take pretty comfortably.
Okay.
Teleport coming in. We know it's from Rascal.
Shenanigans have been enacted, Atlas.
Yep, Cuz and Tucson move on in as there's Beryl, headbutt, pulverized, Cataclysm comes out first though as the World Ender not quite able to get in there to get that AoE damage to Rascal. Finally does close the gap. Big knock up onto Beryl there as he will go down, but it's a double kill for the Kai'Sa, and Showmaker is flashing towards Def. Good sidestep, but I don't think he can stave off 4 members of Damwon Gaming that are barreling down the mid lane and should be able to win the game from here.
Teleport on Nuggery is available. He's coming into the base. Baron, this game's over. We're going to game number 2.
Yep, 10,000 gold is going to be the lead here as Damwon come out with a statement in game number 1. This could be stopping King's Own's miracle gauntlet run, but it is a best of 5. Nuggery under the turret. Neon's gonna die once again, 19-5.
Assumption based on the matchups.
Yeah.
And the thing about this for me is that King's Own, this time around, they do have the scaling on the Yasuo, but Gragas doesn't get to scale like in game number 1 because now there's more magic damage on the team
right behind a King's Own that are looking to try and get in on this blue buff. Should be able to start it up, but there are 4 members here. Already things going wrong for King's Own potentially as the flash forward, the pulverizer's there and Cuz is burning down. First blood goes over to...
Taking over the jungle is what Cuz wanted. This does not look like taking over the jungle.
Yep, there's the abscond, and Cuz is very, very low. Under 100 health. One more auto attack would have done it, but Canyon didn't want to flash for it, and instead, he's just going to move topside where Nuggery has prepared this lane for him. EW combo's going to come in. They get the root, and they get the dead little Pikachu on the
you and I on the cast. I'm a pretty glass half empty kind of guy.
Yeah.
I really feel like this game is pretty bad right now for Kingzone. I feel like they're behind. Oh, they might be able to turn it around, though.
Curling's going to get interrupted. Headbutt not going to get underneath the turret, but he still just burns down. Nuclear grabs that one. Tucson now in trouble as Showmaker. Cuz trying to get him out of there. The Dominus is burning. Colamik is going to be there as Neon.
He's
not
up
able
for
to...
both.
Yep, this Ocean Drake getting pretty angry at Canyon, but he is able to take that one down. Good knock up there from Tucson, but can Kingzone actually win a fight as Neon comes in with the last breath? Canyon has one of his own though. Deft is still alive as Nuclear gets into the backline. Stunned up now though with the concussive blows. Deft gets one, and Neon is popping off in this fight as well. Canyon falls down. A huge three-man pole, but do they have enough members alive? I think Nogari, as the one-man army, thinking of trying to do it, but that was a big... Well, Showmaker's looking for the dive. Neon immediately cleanses the stun, gets back underneath this turret once again. Another wind wall is pretty fantastic, but he may still be in trouble. Flashes eventually. Big knock-up comes in, the last breath. The turnaround, and Neon may have done it. Showmaker eventually trades the kill as Beryl comes through as well, but Deft is going to turn up. I don't know whether Beryl really wants this moment, as he does have the ultimate. Another flash in. That's the pulverize, but the stun immediately after the killer instinct. The culling comes out once again because the first one was so far away. Tucson wants to find the... Oh my god! The culling steals it! The Realm Warp gets them out, but that's with their tail well and truly between their legs. Seeker is going to land. Barrel onto Canyon there. There's the knockup. Neon even sets it up himself as they kill the jungler. The Baron goes over Cuz's way is now Kingzone trying to battle this one out. The slicing Maelstrom is gigantic in the backline. And the stasis that we were talking about is coming in clutch. Nogari, is he going to get stunned? The answer is yes. Cuz is going to belly bop him in Kingzone. They may have done it. They may have found the game.
Into the all-in. Damwon don't play the map. They roll up for a fight. The Kingzone was ready to take.
Yep, Canyon, he respawns. He's got a slicing Maelstrom. He's flashing in. Deft, though, isn't going to die this day. Neither is Rascal until the last minute. They do save one of the Nexus turrets and the Nexus, but Kingzone continue to have the Baron swirling around.
Cask missed to remember, so they don't have that easy access. Beryl!
Beryl flashes into the backline. Canyon, he picked up the last breath. The slicing Maelstrom is huge, though. Tucson somehow killed the Kai'Sa in the backline as Rascal with his Zhonya's keeps himself alive, and Deft is still alive as well. Meanwhile, on the backside of the map, it is finally the solo laners of Damwon being the heroes. The Realm Warp comes forward. Deft somehow still alive though, dashing in and out of these battles. Nogari trying to catch up as Canyon gets into this brush.
Can Deft outplay here, he's trying to keep running.
He does have the Baron buff, remember. Canyon's going to take a lot of damage from these minions. Ardent Blaze comes in.
Is the operative word.
Well, way to flash in. Slicing Maelstrom is there as Nuclear does dive into the backline like you were talking about, but Deft isn't going to die here. Showmaker, gigantic shield, but Kingzone are holding on. The last breath, only onto one in the backline as once again Nuclear is going to die now. Rascal presses R, and everyone is dying. Deft flashes, picks up the rise. Showmaker, he can't cull enough. Meek as Kingzone. They still have four standing and they're looking for the game. So just outplayed them time and time again.
And now Damwon going into game number 3, where is their mental going to be at? Because this was a free win.
And Neon as well, with not only the wind wall, but choosing when to fire off that last breath. Really impressive stuff. Impressive numbers out of Nogari, but the victory does go to Kingzone Dragon X.
And not in the team.
Yeah. I don't know why they keep choosing this bot lane. If you already know that this is going to be how you're going to conduct yourself, why is your bot lane not just either inherently safer or
from the Renekton to mid?
Yep, Neon's going to finally find a way to move into this river, but they are going to respect the teleport. And the Infernal Drake's going to be a little bit annoying there, but will be taken here from Damwon.
For a couple of reasons, this is a good call. For one, there was no control ward for Tucson and Deft to put in the back. Looks at this, so we'll hold the point.
Yeah, Tucson gonna get missed there by Canyon and decides to run all the way forward. Gets himself the repel as Showmaker turns up, but Tucson still body blocking in here. They want to be able to get the ultimate. They find it. Remember, repel on cooldown. Canyon very vulnerable, but that Tech Ultimatum blocks any aggression. And Rascal with the World Ender, he wants to be able to pick it up. Does, flashes out.
Yeah, Cuz he's gonna waddle his way down here.
Wants to find something. Ardent Blaze to try and get any sort of kill secure, but it's not going to be there. Too much being able to get so far this game as Nuclear throws in the Q. Tucson as well will have that door to be put back up once again, but that's the headbutt pulverize. They trade some ultimates, but Deft is just dead before anything really happens, and they're able to tank up this turret for as long as they want.
Why last pick Alistair? Mid lane, Showmaker continues to brawl.
Yep, Barrel's gonna miss again, as there's the last breath. It's used onto Canyon though, he just turns around and murders the Yasuo. Exactly what they want to be doing here as well, as Shelly shows up in the mid lane. Looks like they're looking to try and get rid of this turret. Should be able to do so. A Barrel actually connects this time, and there's the body slam. Nayan looking for it, and they will be able to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, the rest of Damwon are diving this one. Rascal gets some cheeky little knockups, and Death teleported right into the middle of a team fight. That's exactly not what you don't want to do, but he's still alive for the moment. The culling going to be ignored by Nuclear, and Damwon are way too far ahead. Especially when there's these big problems. Headbutt pulverizes massive onto 3 as Cuz goes golden just to see his death and get a double kill for Showmaker.
The ace is confirmed, and the mid lane turret, this is going to be a triple charge Shelly. Give her a medal. She's been a real trooper this time.
Damn, that shoulder must be his turret. He's wishing for his old revive passive back, as the Cocoon's going to land, and the Aatrox is dead, guys. That's just how that one's going to go. Qualifie is also continuing as Nayan does find the ultimate, but he's immediately dead. Nuclear finds that with a Q as an afterthought towards the end, and Tucson with a bit of a disengage ultimate that isn't really going to work. Now in a turret, I don't think they're going to be here in time this time around. 1,000 health, and that's a very dead Baron. It is taken by the Kaiser, as there's the flash from Tucson, trying to turn it, but no last breath is going to be channeled. Barrel once again, party cask into mid lane for no reason. There's the flash forward. Good body slam though. Make sure that Showmaker can't get in. A big pulverize from Beryl. An angry cow just inviting his teammates to pick up some kills, but they haven't happened yet. And Nayan still hasn't pressed R. Getting slowed down. The rest of the team though is going to turn up. Big pulverize once again as Cuz says, nope, nope, nope. I ain't getting into this fight. As the Cocoon comes forward. Killer Instinct, that's 1 Q. And a very dead Cuz.
He got nuked.
Oh yeah, he did. Finally, Nuclear living up to his name as Beryl, diving under the turret. Rascal, oh no, this is just looking
gone
like...
by extremely quickly.
Yeah, this is some high-octane League of Legends, one way or the other. Another ultimate is going to come in there as Beryl doing the best he can with these pulverizers. Tucson's going to die, and Showmaker with the Culvermeek does lock down the Gragas. Now such low health bars underneath this turret. Showmaker in underneath the fountain, and that's one hell of a pose as he's even able to survive. That's a Damwon game.
I think that Damwon have more upside at Worlds just because playing in play-ins and getting themselves settled in Europe, on the stage, on the patch, is probably a boon. We've had so many teams recently go from play-ins to World semifinals. That's been a pretty constant trajectory. Against short-range champions, which is all of Damwon Gaming. The issue you see, though, is that you get to the team fight phase, and before that, pandemonium on the Rift has really enacted. So it's a very risky pick given how the games are being played.
The issue for me is that Damwon's recalibration.
So definitely playing much more for lane, which kind of makes sense.
All right, Rascal going to dive on in, but the passive is now ticking down. The Camille taking a lot of damage.
It's a winning matchup for the GP early, but right now we can see pretty much neck and neck for damage.
Yeah, and also neck and neck when it comes to the CS.
And he went Kleptomancy on GP, so that's interesting.
Of course he did, as Rascal's just looking for it, wanting to try and find this kill, the flash forward, but the immediate flash from Nogari, and he's baited him so much!
So he's having a ball.
Yep, Timo Singed is probably how he grew up.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, we're looking for it on
Flashes
Nogari.
up.
He has a full health bar, has Cannon Barrage available as well. We'll see whether he can try and go for it. The flash was used, but the ultimate's going to land there from Cuz. Come problem is Nogari's going to get stunned, immediately eats some oranges, throws down the Cannon Barrage, and Cuz wondering whether or not he can actually win this. Great hook shot comes in from Rascal though. And the Hextech ultimatum comes down to guarantee the kill. Now Nayan's going on in as Showmaker locks him down. Good flash to get out of the Empress's fight. Cannon Barrage on top of his own team. An odd move there from Nogari is, there we go, body slam onto a couple of members. Tucson survives for a while, but not long enough. Beryl is going to eat Canyon Sand Soldiers, eating up the backline of this fight as the tornado flies on through, but watch Nayan's health bar, see whether he's still alive here as Showmaker's able to get himself out of the way. Nayan in the backline, Deft also in the backline, supercharges forward.
Champion effect?
Okay, Cannon come in. Deft is going to pay a visit to the bottom side as Nogari will die. Deft is tanking this turret for as long as possible. Yeah. Cannon Barrage comes in there as well. Showmaker's set up. There's the Wombo combo. Tom Kench grabs the the first killers. Now Kingzone have been routed. They're split everywhere. The Mountain Drake is stolen, and now Cuz, the Silver Bolts are in his backside. Rascal looking to dive in and try and defend, but I don't think he can do anything. Does manage to hookshot to get eating through this. Neon needs to try and get in there with the Conquering. Not going to be able to do so. Takes down the Gragas, but the Baron was secured.
That happened.
It's 7,000 gold to lead, and Kingzone have just stolen this one away as in goes Rascal into the backline. Condemn not going to find the stunners.
No.
Oh my god, that damage. Canyon locks down the Azir, and now the consistent damage isn't there. Def, can he actually get the autos as the Pike resets are coming through, but that is all they are going to be, just the one.
And Rascal, he's
holding
taking
on
out
to
the
minion
waves.
waves. Yeah.
It's smart from him. He's trying to waste as much time as possible. Doesn't want the game to end the game, though, I
Needs
think.
to snipe the cannon
He
minion.
needs to get the cannon.
Oh, he's going to do it.
Nicely done.
Yeah, Condemn into the wall. 50-50.
Oh, they're
Yep,
flipping.
in goes Neon.
Oh.
Huge Emperor's Divide into the wall. The Gragas is able to take down the Baron, but can they get out of the pit with their lives is the question. The answer may be yes, unless Def can get the work done. He waited for the walls. He waited for the damage. Nuclear is definitely going to be dead. Sidestep on the Tornado as that Gragas is trying to get the hell home because he knows they ain't winning that fight.
For the big combo.
Meal doing the same thing, but Def out of vision. Finally, we find the ultimate. The Emperor's Divide is not win well this time. Neon survives. Def's over the wall with the killer instinct as Rascal dives into the backline. Back over goes Def, grabbing the kills left, right, and center as Tom Kench, the only one to fall just yet, but there it is. Hextech ultimatum into the backline. The trade of 1-for-1 as the Vayne is dead, and now the resets come through for Tucson. Only Nuguri lives, but it's for a couple of seconds.
Well, we might be seeing an engage.
In goes Rascal. They are going to find the ultimate in the backline as well from Cuz. He's so tanky as now the Hextech ultimatum.
That
He's going to find
ultimate.
Canyon Def almost soloed by one R button. And that might have done it there.
Oh!
Dive into the backline from Tucson. It is traded. Rascal also dead. Neon gets the Emperor's Divide of a lifetime, and now will be able to get the Conquering Sands. The extra damage is there. Deft says that he is the better AD carry. And with these Guardian Angels being taken down, a triple kill for the Azir. Kingzone will bring us to game 5.
Holy moly!
Once again, the momentum has switched, moving into game number 5. Kingzone versus Damwon Gaming.
What a friggin'
Hell of a grid.
steals in playoffs all 2019.
Yeah.
LoL Park has had many regular season games with people jumping up and down, but almost no playoff games have gone this way. It's our first game 5 in LoL Park as well. And what a game 5 it is, because you're going to have to really put the spinner out there to work out who's going to win game number 5.
Wonder and why Rain from Mortal Kombat.
It's the same with those 2v2 lanes winning because the enemy team didn't think about Cannon Barrage, right? It's that extra little oomph that warps trades, and it does allow you to take over a map. So given Nuguri, especially as a player, is always Wani's on the other side of the map, so this will be no counter gank possible if you can find an angle.
Man.
Yeah, you can see Deft actually is going aggressive here. Nuclear maybe bit off a little bit more than he can chew, but Canyon dives on forward. Deft knows that he's dead, and First Blood is going to go to the Kai'Sa. Meanwhile, Tucson in a little bit of trouble, gets the aftershock, but now they're going for it. Flash does have to be used. Neon struggling to keep up with the wave clear here. Available as Beryl takes a decent trade there from Kingzone, but the cavalry is coming in. There's the killer instinct, and Tucson is just dead. Why they were engaging without Flash, trying to get more as Nuguri. He's being ganked from all angles right here, and it now looks like he's actually a blue side player. Does manage to turn it around though. Nuguri, what the heck? Are you going to be able to survive this as well? I think the answer is yes. He's even farming in the meantime. He's got himself 1 versus 2. Yep. Well, they're going to bring in Neon. They're hoping that 3 versus 1 is going to be the opportunity. Nuguri, this is the big test. Teleport going to come in. They're going to try and turn it around. There's the beginning of the fight. Slicing Maelstrom, he pings him with the Q there as well very nicely as the World Ender comes out from Showmaker, and they are going to get the hell out of there. Damwon, though, meanwhile, they got 3 members pushing on the bottom side, and yeah,
United to take a turret.
Yep, well, now Rascal's going for the 1v1 against Nuguri as in comes Cuz. Gonna nail the ultimate this time, and now with 3 people.
Oh, man.
Neon still looking for more here underneath the turret, but he probably doesn't want it. In they go. Killer Instinct is there, but Neon's going to be able to create the distance in order to get out. Infernal Chains have to be
100%.
Well, they might even be losing a Rascal here as well, who's a bit of a shout out to Invictus Gaming, not necessarily working out here. Does hookshot out of his own ultimate that was hijacked. And there's a bouncy castle here that he really didn't want to be in.
Baron still incoming.
Here we go. Tucson is in position. Who's going to be able to steal it? Cuz gets forward, but it's the Silence that locks it down. Now the team fight has come on in. Noggery right in the middle, slicing everyone up. The Piggy, the first one to go down, is Showmaker. Grabs the next one. Def still alive, but he's decided to flash the hell out of there because there was no way they were going to win. And what the hell, that outplay from Beryl.
Outplayed so hard.
What a god. Okay, and now Darmon, it's just a matter of chasing down Neon, who flashes over this wall and might be able to get to relative safety.
Oh, the priest.
Nope. The what? Take down the inhibitor.
Game won't end here.
Ooh, they haven't actually taken the inhib just yet, but Cuz may have overstepped, does go golden. Showmaker tries to pull down the body slam, but he may not even need to, as in goes Tucson. Gets a decent taunt as the damage is there from Deft. Let's just allow this one to play itself out as this base is once again being cracked. It is going to go down. Decent ultimate there as Cuz drops down the Gargoyle Stone Plate, but Deft is immediately piled on and destroyed. Rascal hijacked himself. A decent amount of damage there with the ultimate from the Hextech Ultimatum, and Neon, he has to go onto the fountain with the Stand United from Tucson. And now with only 2 members alive, I think that is all that she wrote. Damwon may have just punched their ticket to Europe and will be our 3rd seed at the World Championship. They'll be playing in play-ins, the darling.
Europe before was on H2K memorably, and he is a player that people will look to attack at the World Championship. He hasn't necessarily been the blue chip that a lot of the other players are.